You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for Black and White Live. Oh, it seems the Big 12 is accusing ESPN of trying to destabilize the Big 12, and there is a specific reason that ESPN would be doing this. And it looks to me like, in all honesty, I can absolutely see them behind the scenes putting their tentacles into this situation. By the way, the SEC voted. Oklahoma, Texas is joining the SEC in 2025, and that's not a coincidence that year is crucial in this situation. This came out. This is from Outkick. Let me get to the article. There we go. Big 12 accuses ESPN of encouraging destabilizing the conference. Issues cease and desist. Big 12 Conference sent a cease and desist letter to ESPN on Wednesday demanding that the network ends all actions that could harm the conference and its members. In the letter, the Big 12 calls for ESPN to not communicate with the league's existing conference members or any NCAA conference regarding its members. Possible conference realignment or potential financial outcomes associated with realignment, Sports Illustrated reported. The letter comes as Big 12 Commissioner Bob Bowlesby says ESPN tried to interfere in an effort to destabilize the conference and help Texas and Oklahoma avoid exit fees. Bowlesby told Sports Illustrated's Ross Dellinger that he has documented evidence that ESPN tried to encourage an unnamed conference to add Big 12 members in an effort to destabilize the league. Dellinger later reported the unnamed conference is the American. It causes me to further suspect ESPN had its hands all over Texas and Oklahoma's move to the SEC. Of course they did. They were deceptive as you can possibly be. There are no right or wrong ways to do these things. They sought to deceive us from the beginning. ESPN told Bowlesby that his allegations have no merit. Of course they did. A source from Big 12 told SI that the network is trying to, quote, cause chaos and panic. You think you've seen it all. You can't make this shit up. They want the Big 12 to dissolve for financial gain, but time is on our side. ESPN's statement on Bowlesby's allegations. The claims in the letter have no merit. All of the news comes a day before the SEC is set to vote to determine if Texas and Oklahoma will join the conference. Well, as we know, they already have, and they will. Okay? It should be noted, by the way, and in fact, let me see, I can find this for you guys, because, and let me see, right here, okay, let's look at this right fast. ESPN and Fox declined early TV negotiations for the Big 12. So that tells you right there, the Big 12 stepped out and tried to get negotiations going early for Fox and ESPN regarding the Big 12. And for whatever reason, and now we know why, ESPN and Fox declined. Well, they declined because they knew they were going to be trying to fracture the Big 12 conference. And I can't believe there's not going to be a massive conspiracy lawsuit over this behind the scenes, because it's so obvious that something happened here involving ESPN. By the way, ESPN conveniently just so happens to be getting all of SEC football coverage. They're getting it from CBS. That's right. Okay, so they conveniently got Oklahoma and Texas over into that conference. We're about to be having, most likely, 3 or 4 mega conferences. That's where this is going. We're going to have the SEC. You're going to have the Big Ten, which is looking at several schools right now including USC, Notre Dame. They're looking to add Stanford possibly, and the Pac-12, or Pac-12, Pac-10, whatever they're called now. They're in a lot of trouble too. Okay? And I guess the Big 12 has just chosen to fold because the American is looking to poach the rest of the Big 12 teams over into the American Conference. I'm not sure why the Big 12 did not choose to take a run at some other schools themselves. I find that strange. So maybe there is something financial with the Big 12 that would prevent them from doing that. Or maybe other schools just flat said, the Big 12 is not big enough now. Now that you've lost Texas and Oklahoma, we don't want to be involved. Okay? But you would have thought the Big 12 would have taken a run at USC, UCLA, some Pac-12 schools. And, you know, the Pac-12, Pac-10, Pac-12, whatever it is, they took a run at Texas and Oklahoma a couple of 3 years ago. Well, you would have thought that they would have gotten involved with Texas and Oklahoma because their conference is in a lot of trouble, I think, long-term, too. Clemson is sniffing around SEC, and there's ACC rumblings going on out there. We're going to end up having some kind of a north, south, east, west college football mega conference situation. That's where this is headed. Part of that also is the fact that they are going to be looking to expand the college football playoffs to 12 teams. I truly believe that. So we'll see how this shakes out. Being here in Texas, knowing the Big 12 is just going to dissolve, God, it kind of sucks. The Big 12 has been around forever, you know, and now it's no more. And the SEC feels more and more like the NFL every day. It's crazy. Just for the record, I'm not sure why Texas would want to do this. I know there is a monetary value in doing it. But when it comes to you guys being competitive, the SEC is going to trounce your asses. Yes, your recruiting is going to be better, but Alabama's going to beat the hell out of you guys. At least Oklahoma might be competitive. But, I mean, college football playoff, I don't know about that. I don't know about that for Texas. I really don't. And some are saying that Steve Sarkisian knew this was coming when he took the Texas job, and it may have influenced him having taken the job. I don't know. I know one thing, Oklahoma and Texas has to greatly improve their recruiting when it comes to defense, because we know the Big 12 didn't have any. Peace. I'm out.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.